Well, how's it going, everybody? It's May the 13th today. Spring bear season is just getting started, actually. Grass is starting to go green. Bears are out on the roadways. This is a pretty laid-back type of hunt. Lots of just driving down the roads and checking out the pipelines and that sort of thing for bears that are out trying to find that first bit of grass. It's a pretty nice day today. It's been right around 18-19 degrees, fairly windy. We had some pretty thick forest fire smoke here a few days ago, but it has cleared, which is nice, so we're going to enjoy it while it lasts. Looks like it might be another pretty smoky summer, so that's just how it goes these days. It seems like we're going to make the best of it while it's still good out. Some whitetails up here. See what we can find. It's pretty cool to see first bear of this little endeavor. Quick little trip. Just coming up to a bit of an intersection, so might be some more bears on this other section. Well, that is the end of the first bear hunt of the year. I did see a second bear right at the end of legal shooting light, but did not appear to be anything big. So 2 bears first night, not too terrible. It's 10:15 already. That's the trouble with these bear hunts. In May and June, the days are long, short nights. Morning's gonna come way too soon. Work, all the good things. So let's call this a day. We've been out a couple of times. Seen a few bears here and there. Was actually out over the weekend with my wife and our kids, and we saw 3 bears. That was a pretty fun little evening trip. Passed on the one at pretty close range. Definitely still holding out for something of significant size, so hopefully we can turn one up. To just look at the moose sign that was here and walked down literally 50 yards from my truck and saw that bear. Oh, he was a big one. Big, beautiful, looked like a bit of a chocolate brown. Oh, my wind was blowing straight to him, kind of swirling a little bit as well, and so he stood up, sniffed one time, and then the second time, and then he got the wind on me. Well, I blew that opportunity. That was something else. Could have asked for a more perfect setup, like drove in there, decided to stop and walk, and literally went probably 50 yards from the truck and saw this head kind of over the little hill there. Well, I was kind of giving up on that bear and came around to this other lease, and he was out there again. I'm like, what in the world? So I found a good spot there up by those trees, and 155 yards, and it felt perfect. From what I can tell, he did get into the trees, so not ideal, but I'm gonna play this video off the GoPro and see if I can hear any signs of a hit. Of course, the GoPro doesn't give you a close view of it, but let's go see. Let's see how it looks. All right, everybody, got first blood right here. Whew, this is gonna be nerve-wracking. Bear went into this timber right over there. Oh, we got some pretty good blood, looks like, so I'm pretty confident. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Tough night. 2 hours of hiking around trying to find blood. I could only literally find blood about 15 yards into the trees, and then that was it. I'm hoping maybe some daylight tomorrow will help. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but I think we have a dead bear. Had a good shot. What I felt like was a good shot. Tough. Heading back home now. It's going to be a late one. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning, people. I've got Roulette, my brother and sister-in-law's dog. Hopefully she'll be able to help me find this bear today. Had a pretty cool night. Nothing too crazy for temperature. It did rain here in town, so I'm hoping that it didn't rain out there. If not, it's going to be a tricky trail to follow. It might end up being more of a grid search, so as you saw earlier, I had a good shot on a black bear that I think should be a dead bear. Just all the feelings and everything I had going into the shot. I mean, put the bullet right where I wanted it to, on a perfectly broadside bear. Just a little bit forward from middle of middle, where I like to aim. Good job. Keep going. Bear down. Wow. No blood trail. Somehow we got it done. Hey, bear. Well, there you have it, everybody. Beautiful black bear. Finally managed to catch up to it. I'll have to check the maps here, but 87 yards from where I shot him, so pretty cool. Well, like always, forgot to film pulling it out. Fortunately, it was only 100 yards back that way. So I drug it along this little berm behind me, and time to head back to town. Thanks for watching. Roo, come on.
Thank you. You too.
That was pretty cool on the way back home, and saw another black bear. Kind of cool to see up close though. We do have a second tag, but right now priority is getting this bear back to the house, getting them hanging and cooling. So it's that bear's lucky day today. Leaving that bear overnight, I'm in a bit of a rush to get it back home and get it skinned out. We had some pretty cool temperatures overnight, so I'm not too worried, but it is really important at this point to get that meat off the bones and get it cooling. It's something that I've definitely noticed in the spring too. I think it has to do with how much hair they've got. Of course, they're still packing their winter coat. When they do get shot, the blood trail can be pretty challenging. I think that has to do with how much the blood gets soaked up by the hide. So that was definitely something to remember for next time. The blood trail did not go much further than where I left off last night, and from there I ended up just starting to do a bit of a grid search, and on one of the last laps I was going to take, I came across him on the cut line, so pretty big relief to find him there. That was good.